This week on Council Bluffs News, all aboard! The Great Train Expo returns to the Mid-America Center to show its newest locomotives and features. We'll get reaction from vendors and patrons about this year's show. It's skiing season at the Mount Crescent ski area. Kids and adults pile in and enjoy the weekend by sledding, tubing, and snowboarding their way down the steep slopes. Plus, this is who we are. Find out how Renegade Boot Camp is getting people fit in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Damon Clark from Zion Recovery Services joins us in studio to bring awareness to drug addiction and help here in Southwest Iowa. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Aaron Zach. Trains, trains, and more trains. I feel like there's a theme to this. Well, there is, because every year the Great Train Show makes a railway stop in Council Bluffs. On display, a variety of model trains. Some of the top vendors in the area look to impress the crowds with their products while putting on a good show. You've got big trains, little trains, and then you've got trains you can ride on. Mike Wendell, a museum director from Boone, Iowa, is excited about attending the show for the first time.
It's been great. Actually, we've been all set up here and we're ready to go. In fact, the great thing about a show like this is you can network with a lot of people, and I've been doing that since the moment I got here.
Wendell is among many vendors at the event promoting products. There's tracks, cars, locomotives, and even John Deere tractors. So there's a little something for everyone. Charlie Horner with River City Railroaders says he loves this annual event.
Well, the kids really enjoy the trains. In fact, the kids have a big temptation to want to touch the trains, so we say no, 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 but oftentimes they derail the trains. Usually on the ground level like this, it's no big problem. It doesn't have to fall off of a table or anything. So.
Elizabeth Erickson has loved trains since she was 2 years old, and now she hopes her kids will share that same passion.
I think seeing the joy in your child makes me love trains more. So I feel like I was a little bit indifferent to trains, but seeing him light up makes me love them.
Kids are admitted free to the show that began back in 2004. It's now the nation's only coast-to-coast model train show. Dawn Mulder recently moved to the area from Nashville, Tennessee. She says her and her kids were looking for something fun to do and got more than they expected.
Oh gosh, they loved all the interactions. There's a lot of trains out there that they can press buttons and make them do things, and a little Ferris wheels going, and both of my boys are really into trains, so this was kind of fun for them.
Model trains have evolved throughout time, but the love for them seems to remain.
Well, coming here and seeing the electronic trains, we just had the normal push trains, but I think that those are classic, so I would like to think that every kid will still have a box full of train tracks, whether they're electronic or not.
In all, the Great Train Show is once again a success.
No, this was awesome. This was a really fun event, so it was a good thing to get out and do with the kids and not freeze.
What an exciting event to be a part of. If you'd like to learn more about the Great Train Show, you can head to their website at greattrainshow.com. With the holiday season over, it's time to take down the decorations and the tree. The Recycling Center not only performs curbside collection of Christmas trees January 2nd through the 6th, they're also accepting drop-offs.
They can actually bring their tree to us free of charge for the month of January. We just need a proof of residence when they come in, and it's free of charge. For commercial businesses or things like that, we'll also take those, but there's a $5 minimum charge or $20 a ton.
As a friendly reminder, the Recycling Center does ask customers to remove all lights, nails, ornaments, tinsel, wire, steel, or wooden stands, and all plastic tree bags. To learn more about recycling, you can visit the city's website at councilbluffs-ia.gov. Some cringe at the thought of the plummeting temperatures this January, but there's a large group of people that wear a big smile. For those that love to ski, snowboard, or go tubing, Mount Crescent Ski Area is the place to be. It's a beautiful day to be outside and hit the slopes. Kids and adults enjoy their weekend by visiting Mount Crescent Ski Area. Chris Andrew, director of the Ski and Snowboard School, says while temps have dropped, attendance has gone up.
Really well, fantastic. Had some really nice, cool weather beginning of the year to start out with, and now we've been making snow for several days straight, and people are just coming out.
While experts show off their skills, beginners are more than welcome. According to their website, Mount Crescent has taught over 100,000 people how to ski or snowboard with help from instructors like Christian Pavelka.
So literally snowboarding is my favorite thing to do on this earth, and like to be able to teach a kid how to do that, just pour enthusiasm into them and energy and teach them my favorite thing to do in the world. It's an awesome and it's an honor.
Large ski runs offer a spacious slope, over 2,400 feet in length to be exact. Also big enough to hold 7 football fields. With new snow machines to make their own snow, a heat wave of 30 to 40 degree weather won't end the fun.
The best thing that we can do for that is make as much snow as possible. And since we can make our own snow, we don't have to rely on Mother Nature. Each of these snow machines can bury an SUV overnight.
For Gage Riva, this is his second time coming out to the ski area. His favorite thing to do? Snowboarding.
I'm with my brother, snowboarding and sledding, having a lot of fun. They have super comfy snow if you fall, and that when you go down the hill, you can have so much fun. Even if you wipe out, nobody's gonna tease you or anything.
As for his 8-year-old brother Cameron, he's excited about his latest trip to Mount Crescent.
Well, we came here first, and then I loved it. So Dad promised we could go here again, so now we're here, and I love to do the hill.
So until March, the lift will be running, the slopes will be ready, and adventure awaits at Mount Crescent Ski Area. The Union Pacific Museum once again hosts its monthly family night. This time, you have to dress to impress in order to attend this crazy party. That begins our coverage and news around the Bluffs.
All aboard!
Friday, January 6th, visitors of all ages are invited to spend a fun night at the Railroad Museum, exploring the elegance of history while wearing none other than your pajamas. Education Director Michelle Clark tells us about the fun the kids are experiencing.
Tonight, we've got Dress to Impress Pajama Night at the museum. Potawatomi County Conservation is here with some animal camouflage activities. The Council Bluffs Public Library has story time upstairs, and we will be having a parade at 6 o'clock.
While the kids are enjoying the indoor parade and learning about animal camouflage, parents learn the heyday of passenger travel and sleeping accommodations aboard the passenger trains. Family nights are held the first Friday of every month, and admission is always free. Next month's family night, the museum hosts a party for the 16th president's birthday, February 3rd. Heartland Family Service announced a large donation, all in thanks to part of the customers at the Quick Shop in Omaha and Council Bluffs area. The announcement from mid-December recognizes the efforts from the 7th annual Make a Difference with a Dollar fundraising campaign, in which over $30,000 were raised. From October 6th to November 6th, Quick Shop customers were asked to donate $1 with their purchase to help support the Heartland Family Services Way to Work program. Director of the program, Lisa Picker, says it's truly amazing to not only work with Quick Shop, but to see the generosity of everyone who helps support the cause.
Inspiring for me to be able to visit with them because, when they hear the stories of the people's lives that the Ways to Work program has impacted, as well as our organization as a whole, they all of a sudden have a greater appreciation of what their dollars can do and how they can directly help the folks.
The Ways to Work program provides small, short-term, low-interest auto loans to working families with dependent kids. In 2015 alone, the Heartland Family Services Ways to Work program provided 54 loans, creating the path to a better tomorrow for more than 250 family members. HFS operates the program in 5 counties in Nebraska and Iowa, including Pottawatomie County. To learn more about the Ways to Work program, visit HFS website at heartlandfamilyservice.org. With the holiday season over, New Year's resolutions start rolling in. Each year, over 21% of Americans make resolutions to lose weight, but eating healthy food isn't always easy. Carol Reeder, one of the top dietitians at Methodist Jenny Edmondson Hospital, has advice for starting a diet.
Definitely we want to add more fruits and vegetables to our diet, more whole grains, and you've probably heard that it's best to shop around the perimeter of the grocery store because that's where you're going to find your produce, your fresh produce, your milk, those types of items.
Reeder also says when exercising, start out slow. Do 5 minutes of walking 3 to 5 times a week and build from there, and do at least 30 minutes of cardio a day. Also, make sure to eat food that looks like food. For example, a potato should look like a potato, or a fish should look like a fish. Finally, always plan ahead when going to the grocery store. Take some extra time to form a list of healthy food and stick to it. If you'd like to learn more about how to lose weight, or to just get a better understanding of how to lose weight, visit your local dietitian. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, this is who we are. Get fit in 2017 with Renegade Boot Camp. See what the gym offers in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And while the holiday break is enjoyed by all, find out why Lewis Central students and staff are ready to be back. But coming up next, Damon Clark with Zion Recovery Services joins us in studio to talk about drug awareness in Southwest Iowa and available help. Stay tuned.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn on the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won.
What's your reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
Little tadpoles, the frogs, this is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
Welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Aaron Zach. Joining me in studio today is Damon Clark. He is a certified instructor and prevention specialist for Zion Recovery Services. Damon, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So give us a little bit of a background of what Zion does.
Well, Zion Recovery Services, we provide treatment in the substance abuse area. So we have inpatient facilities. We also have intensive outpatient, as well as screening to help decrease the problems with substance abuse we see today.
Okay. Well, Zion has been growing its own entity since 1981, and Southwest Iowa has seen an amount of overdose drugs in the past recent years. Why is that?
We've got to kind of understand where we see our social norms. Nowadays, we are seeing even alcohol is a social norm. We kind of evolved and graduated to much more potent drugs and alcohol. We now have substance abuse and substance use disorders. And those are really is what is causing these higher rates of overdoses in the community.
heroin, phenylton, I think if I'm
fentanyl.
Fentanyl? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm saying that right.
Yes.
And prescription meds are some of the key ones. Why is that?
You know, we've seen an increase of heroin due to pain medication being distributed easily in the community. Now that that has decreased, doctors have continued their education on how to distribute medication to patients. Heroin and stronger drugs are more available and they're cheaper. So we are unfortunately seeing people turn to this drug.
Community awareness is so important with an issue like this, and some people can take steps to help those who need it the most.
That's right. You know, early intervention, early detection is key. We also have to look at this is a community problem. We're all in this together. This affects every one of us. And anywhere from our insurance to family members to early overdoses. So with a community problem comes a community solution. We have to be aware and we have to work together, which means treatment providers, mental health providers, doctors. We all have to be key advocates for people that are struggling with substance abuse.
And Zion has 8 locations that houses adult males who need the help. And there's also a website you can go to, zionrecovery.org, if you'd like to learn more information about this.
That is correct. Zionrecovery.org will provide you with all our locations, all the numbers, all the efforts we do, as well as you're correct. We do have an inpatient facility for male and females.
All right, Damon, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Council Bluffs News will be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
The We Don't Coast brand is a celebration of who we are, where we are, and how we operate. It belongs to the 30-plus communities who make up the greater Omaha area, including Council Bluffs. The Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce is a proud member to help push this regional campaign. Here's a look at one of its many members.
Hi, I'm John Erzendowski with Renegade Boot Camp and Boxing, and this is who we are. You know, we cater to all different athletic levels of all shapes and sizes, no matter, you know, if you have a remarkable background, have played sports your entire life, or you've been a couch potato. It's the one-stop shop for everything. April 2nd of 2016 is when we opened our doors. You know, the concept came about, you know, probably about 2 months prior to that. I think the idea came up about 2 months, maybe 2 to 3 months prior to, and it was just sort of, you know, we have an idea, let's kind of sit down and talk this through. And, you know, a couple meetings came and went, and then before I even knew it, before I could even walk away from the idea, the ball was rolling, and, you know, here we are. the loyalty that, you know, especially in this last week, that's really all it's about. I mean, everybody that comes into this door, we try and treat them as, you know, our own family, brothers, sisters, because Council Bluffs is a small place and everybody knows everybody, it seems like. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't be intimidated, and don't think that it's too late for you to change, okay? I mean, you're gonna walk in here and I mean, chances are you already know somebody that already works out here, okay? And then that could be your new workout buddy, okay? This could be, you know, the turning point in your life. You could have discovered, you know, something that you've been missing your entire life. That just it makes absolute sense once you start doing it. Renegade Boot Camp and Boxing is a proud member of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce. We don't coast, we take care of business.
The break is over.
Your research topic.
Lewis Central High School, along with all other Council Bluffs schools, returns from winter break January 3rd. After a 2-week vacation, it's time to get back into the routine.
A lot of people are tired, not really wanting to get back to doing homework all the time, but overall it's been good. People are happy to see their friends and to be back.
The adjustment isn't just for students. Faculty and staff also say the return from break isn't always easy.
It's a little difficult. Anytime there's an extended break, anything beyond, say, a 2 or 3 day weekend, there's a little bit of a getting back into the groove period, and not just for the students, but sometimes for the staff also.
As individuals pile into the classroom,
Let's go, guys.
staying on subject is one of the biggest challenges.
People are still a little bit unfocused, but it's been getting better. Just a lot of goofing around, usually a lot of joking. Teachers have to kind of get us back on track.
Some students like Brianna Iverson find ways to stay engaged during the 2-week layoff in order to be ready for the return.
You could review the stuff over the break and not just say, oh, it's break, forget about school, and just stay on top of it.
From the first day of school to the holiday break, it's a complete grind for faculty and students. The holiday vacation can be very beneficial to recharge.
The anxiousness is getting through those academic requirements first, and then you finally get those 2 weeks off and you finally get to relax.
And no doubt the countdown for the next break has already begun. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, there are plenty of furry friends looking for a good home. We'll meet them in our Pets of the Week. And a look at our events calendar to wrap up the show.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hello, I'm Terry Gatch Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. We're going to start off with Mabel here. Her file number is 21376. She's an 11-year-old Shih Tzu, and she's an adorable little girl. She was just treated for a day of pampering at Posh Pets here in Council Bluffs. So she's got a fresh groom and she's looking lovely. Again, this is Mabel, file 21376, and she'd love a quiet home. This beautiful girl is Mystic, and her file number is 22635. She's a 2-year-old lab mix, and she is very active, very energetic, and will need some basic manners training. Again, this is Mystic. She's 2 years old. She's a lab mix, file number 22635. This is Starlight. Her file number is 22148, and she was brought in as a stray. She's around 1 year old, and she's very gentle and kind. She does get along with other cats, but not dogs. She's a little bit afraid of dogs, and older children she loves. Again, this is Starlight, file 22148. This little guy is Gustav, and his file number is 22228, and he's around 3 months old. He's a sweet little kitty, and he gets along great with other cats. Dogs he's a little bit afraid of, but he's very playful and he's a lot of fun. And if you're interested in any of the pets that you've seen on today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. The Hitchcock Nature Center is hosting another set of events in the Kinder Nature series. During the class, you'll learn how to become a snow expert. January 14th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., naturalist expert Renee Stroud will teach you the many kinds of snow shapes and sizes. For more information about the class, contact Renee Stroud at 712-545-3283. The Center in Council Bluffs is making its Winterfest debut when they get set to host a Winterfest dance January 18th featuring the Lonnie Lynn Orchestra. The band used to play backup for the Lawrence Welk Show, including Clay and Sally Hart. They've also opened up for the Glenn Miller Orchestra and the Guy Lombardo Orchestra. To learn more about the event, contact the center at 712-323-5995. Speaking of Winterfest, who wants to go play a few holes during the winter? Dodge Riverside Golf Club is hosting a 9-hole frozen golf outing Saturday, January 21st. The tournament is set to begin at 10 a.m. A $25 entry fee is required, and pre-registration is preferred by calling the Pro Shop at 712-328-4660. For a list of all Winterfest 2017 activities, visit councilbluffs-ia.gov. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's Council Bluffs News. As always, CBTV is very eager to hear your feedback. If you'd like to send us your questions or comments, email them to cbtv@iwcc.edu, or you can call us at 712-325-3312, or you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. And of course, keep it right here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluff Sports Zone with J.J. Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Aaron Zack.